guys, Bapo Productions here.
Hey guys.
Today I just want to start off this video by letting you know that Bapo Productions has our business cards done. Making sure I got it right. So we just wanted to make sure to let you guys know that we have our business cards done. Really cool.
Yeah, and they look really good. And thanks to Swag, which is a local company here, for making them. They look awesome. So we wanted to make a video today. There's a lot of frequently asked questions about the trail that people ask, and so we just wanted to address some of those so that people can know a little more about the trail. So we have a little list of questions here. Our first question a lot of people ask is, what is your favorite piece of gear that you own? So do you want to take the first one, or do you want me to?
I'll do the first one,
okay,
but we're going to both answer the question.
Yes, we'll both answer each.
But since I don't have very much gear, I'm going to say my favorite piece of gear I'm going to have. My favorite piece of gear I'm going to have is probably going to be my stick pick, which is a thing that you can use to set your phone up. It's kind of like a tripod or like a selfie stick, but you put it on the end of your trekking pole.
Yeah.
And you can record
That's an interesting answer. And we actually haven't talked about our answers, so I'm hearing his answers for the first time. He's hearing mine. That's a cool one. I like that. My favorite piece of gear is probably my tent. It's a Big Agnes Fly Creek. It's the Platinum, so it's even lighter. It weighs about 1 pound, just over a pound. And Big Agnes makes awesome tents, so that's probably my favorite piece of gear so far, but I don't have everything yet. Next question. What are you most excited about?
You take this one.
I'll take this one first. I am most excited about being in nature, seeing really amazing sights, and of course Mount Katahdin, where the trail ends. I'm most excited about getting there. How about you?
I am most excited about getting to do an amazing thing in my life that most people don't normally get to do. So I'm really excited that I get to climb mountains and descend off mountains and like get really good pictures of like really good shots.
Yeah,
and
pictures that last forever for sure. Good memories too. Memories that last forever. Trail food. A lot of people ask, oh, if you're just going in the mountains for like 6 months, what do you eat? And some people... You want to go first? Oh, I will say this. Some people... So one question is people say, wow, you like pack 6 months of food, or do you like hunt animals and stuff? Like a lot of people don't realize kind of what it is. So there are towns along the way where you can resupply food. You know, so it's not like 6 months in nature trapping your own food and stuff like that. But trail food that you're most excited to eat or try.
Okay, before I tell you guys, I want to tell you guys a really funny story that happened to me in 6th period. Since my 4th period teacher was telling all of his classes about my hike and everything, this one kid came up to me in 6th period. We have the same 6th period. I'm in 5th period. It's digital media. And so he was like, how are you gonna eat on the trail? You're gonna pack 6 months worth of food? I'm like, no, there's towns. He's like, you're not just in nature? And I'm like, no. Right. He's like, well, that's dumb.
Well, a lot of people don't realize that, right? They don't.
I'm like, boy, that doesn't even make sense. Like, it would be very hard for you to just be in nature the whole time.
You can't carry 6 months worth of food.
No, it's too much weight.
You know, yeah.
And my trail food, like, mainly on the trail, is probably going to be a payday.
Payday bars.
Payday bars.
Are legit super good.
Payday bars are so good.
Lots of energy, caramel peanuts.
I've never had a payday before in my life until we were in Sacramento a while ago. This guy bought a payday and gave me a piece, and I was like, this is heaven.
Yeah, super good.
And so my mom got me a payday like 2 weeks ago. Huh? Actually, no, it was Sunday. Feels like it was longer ago.
Super good. Turn. I just like mixing a bunch of things into like ramen. Like I'm gonna bring a little thing of hot sauce and like this stuff Bayou Blast that Emerald makes.
Oh.
And like I like mixing in beef jerky or lots of different things into ramen. But I'm very excited about food in the trail towns. I hear all about like really good breweries with good beer and good pizza places and good Mexican. Like I just want to eat all over the country because I like food.
And you don't want to forget about the half-gallon.
Oh, the
Ice
half-gallon
cream
challenge. Yeah,
challenge.
there's a challenge halfway through to eat a half-gallon of ice cream. Not everybody does it, but I will probably try
I will
it.
do it.
Cool.
I
We're
will not
both
try it.
doing
I will
I guess.
succeed.
Another
Hardest
question. Yeah, what do you
thing
think is the hardest thing
about the trail? So you take this one.
Okay. Well, there's basically the whole thing is really, really hard. The whole thing is really difficult. But mentally, they say I hear that's the hardest part is trying to stay focused when you're doing the same thing over and over and you have bad days, like really, really bad days where you just want to get off the trail. So I think the hardest thing is just gonna be to like stay really motivated and maintain the focus to just get, through that day and a day at a time. It is the right kind of attitude. So I think it's gonna be hard to stay in that mindset.
I say the hardest thing for me about the trail is probably going to be the mental part.
Yeah.
Like, say, I'm going to miss my family, like my older brother, my mom,
That's
my
a
little
really
brother.
good point. Yeah, homesickness.
I'm going to get homesick, and it's going to be, like, hard when, like, some days we won't be able to talk to them, like, at night, and I'm going to miss them. So it's going to be, like, really hard to, like, keep going when I don't get to see my family very much. But I'm going to keep pushing through.
Of course. Biggest fear. That's one people always ask. People always say, one of the most asked questions is, are you going to carry a gun? People always ask that. What? No, it's not really necessary. My biggest fear is probably like getting up on an exposed ridge line with lightning. Super dangerous because you're carrying trekking poles that are good conductors because they're metal, and
well, they're aluminum, so they're not that conductible.
Well, maybe not. I'll have to look into that. But yeah, that's a situation that the only way to get out of it is to just keep going. So I think that's probably my biggest fear.
I actually have another funny story to tell.
Okay.
So I was in the lunch line, and this girl has Mr. Sprigg for third period. She was right behind me in lunch line. She was like, "You're the one hiking for 6 months, aren't you?" And she was like, "What are you gonna do on are you gonna pack all your homework and school books?" I'm like, "No, I get to graduate 8th grade early." And they're like, "Really?" And I was like, "Yeah." And then she was like, Mr. Spriggs gonna show all of his classes the videos of us hiking, which is my 4th period teacher's name. Mm-hmm. He's my history teacher, and so he's gonna show all of his classes us hiking. And the girl was like, "I'm not gonna watch because what if you fall off a mountain or something?" And I'm like, "We're not gonna fall off a mountain. People fall on the AT all the time. They don't fall off a mountain. Right. They trip on mountains all the time, but they don't roll down a mountain. I'm not really scared of that."
So that's not a fear for you, is
no.
Not.
I'd say my biggest fear is not getting enough food.
Okay.
And starving,
and being really hungry all the time. Yeah.
Because I have a really fast metabolism and I eat a lot.
Yeah. So sort of just maybe the discomfort
the last one.
that you'll be in is a fear of yours. Okay.
And the last one is, what is the site you want to most see?
Oh yeah. Which I may know more about this than you because I've kind of studied more about the trail.
I know a little bit.
I want to, see what it's like to be on top of Springer Mountain and Katahdin. The ponies in the Grayson Highlands, I really want to see those.
Yes, that's what I was going to say.
I guess just the sights. I think it's hard to pick one thing where I most want to see because I think every day we're going to see
something we want to see.
Yeah, and maybe something we really is cool, but we didn't know we were going to see. It's hard to say ahead of time what we want to see because it's an adventure. So maybe we don't really know what we're going to see.
What I want to most see is down Katahdin from the top of the Katahdin sign. Mm-hmm. And I want to see the little slide out drawer on the
Springer. Yeah.
And there was this one part. There was this wall like wall of rocks, like in the middle of the trail. Like there was a fork in the trail, but one of them was covered with rocks. Remember that video?
Oh yeah,
You
yeah,
saw
I
that
remember
video?
that. Yeah.
I want to stand up on it, and I want to see a view and get a picture.
On the view. Okay. Cool. So those are the questions that like kind of we came up with off the top of our head that a lot of people ask. We did have one guy in a comment of one of our other videos that said he had, I can't think, I'm spacing his name now. He said he had 3 kids. He likes to hike with them. He wanted to maybe do a long distance hike at some point, and he had a question about
how would we take care of schooling on the trail?
Right. So the answer to that we found is I just talked to Blake's counselor.
I'm in 8th grade, so I get to graduate 8th grade early, and then as soon as I come back from the trail, I just go straight into high school.
Yeah, and so like legally as a parent, you can take your child out of, you can't just like take them out of school completely, but if you have a reason and you talk to teachers and counselors and figure out how to get either they do their schoolwork ahead of time or they do it like, it'd be hard from the trail, but like for some types of vacations, they do like video conferencing to like do assignments.
But what you could also do is talk to your counselors about maybe like graduating, like going up a grade. Like if you're like doing really well in school, then you could talk to like your counselor or the principal or like teachers.
Right.
And like ask.
Yeah, as long as they know that your child is getting
education.
The education they need. I mean, as a parent, you have a lot of rights. You can legally take a child out of school if you feel that it's necessary or if you want to. Yeah. And so that was great that he left that question. That was very cool, and we welcome questions. Anybody has questions, leave them in the comments and stuff, and we're not leaving for another like 5 months. So we have plenty of time to answer people's questions if they have them. And we're getting more merchandise made, and the next video will probably show what we're having made up and stuff. So, I guess that's it. Any other questions, leave them below.
Next video, we're probably going to do a gear, like a Bait Bolt Productions merchandise video, and a, I guess like sort of Q&A, because you guys are going to be putting, if you guys want to, you can put any questions in the comment section below. Okay. And yeah, so we'll see you guys next time.
See you next time.